Section 1, Foundations of the Akashic Records. Bench 1. What are the Akashic Records? The Akashic Records are an energetic library of every soul's journey, past, present, and potential futures. They contain the memory of every thought, emotion, and action across all lifetimes. Think of them as the soul's internet, a field of living consciousness that records truth beyond time and space. They are not a physical place, but a vibrational field, the Akasha, that surrounds and permeates all things. Every soul has its own book or record, connected to the greater library. This field is intelligent, interactive, and always evolving with our choices. And 2. Where do they exist? The records exist in the fifth dimensional plane and higher, beyond ordinary time. They're woven into the fabric of the universe, the quantum field, and accessed through heightened states of awareness. Ancient traditions describe this field in different ways. The Book of Life, Christianity, Hall of Records, Egypt, or Indra's Net, Hinduism, all point to the same truth. 3. Why do they matter? Clarity. They reveal why certain patterns, relationships, or struggles repeat. Healing. They uncover the root causes of wounds, often hidden in past lives. Empowerment. They show the soul's purpose and the lessons you came here to master. Connection. They remind you that you are never alone. Guides and higher wisdom are always present. When you access your records, you align with your soul's highest path. The answers are not predictions set in stone. They are possibilities shaped by your free will. Cover 4. Who can access them? Every human has the right to access their own records because they belong to you. You don't need to be special. You need intention, respect, and an open heart. Certain prayers, meditations, and vibrational keys, like sacred names, mantras, or symbols, help you tune into their frequency. How to 5, the language of the records. The records communicate through energy, not words. This energy can show up as images, visions, symbols, colors, feelings, emotional waves, knowing in the heart. Words, thought streams, inner hearing. Physical sensations, tingles, warmth, lightness. You receive information in the way that suits your soul best. 6. The guardians and guides. The records are protected by guardians, sometimes called record keepers, lords of the records, or Akashic guides. They are not here to judge, but to maintain the integrity of the information. When you open your records, these beings act as mediators, delivering wisdom in a way you can understand and use. 7. The soul's role in the records. Your soul writes in the records with every choice you make. There is no punishment, only consequences, learning, and evolution. Karma is not a debt to repay, but an energy pattern to balance and understand. The records reflect your soul's growth, showing both challenges and gifts. 8. The universal law behind the records. The Akashic records operate on laws of truth, love, and free will. Truth. Only what is aligned with highest truth is revealed. Love. They exist in unconditional love. No judgment, only support. Free will. You choose how to act on the guidance you receive. Para 9. The energy you bring matters. Accessing the records is sacred. The clearer and more open your intention, the clearer the guidance. Enter with respect, not curiosity for gossip or control. Ask with specificity. Vague questions bring vague answers. Trust what you receive. The records speak to you in your soul's language. Summary. The Akashic records are the soul's memory bank and a source of divine wisdom. They show that life is not random. It's a woven tapestry of choices and lessons. By understanding their foundation, you realize you are an eternal being. You have access to infinite guidance. Your soul's story is still being written, and you hold the pen. Section 2. The nature of the soul and the records. 1. The soul is eternal energy. Your soul is not just inside you, it is you. It is eternal, infinite, and continually evolving through experiences. You are a fragment of Source, God, the universe, the divine, learning and expanding through lifetimes. The physical body is temporary. The soul continues beyond death, carrying all lessons forward. The soul holds memory not just from Earth, but from other dimensions and realities. 2. How the soul writes in the records. Every thought, action, and intention leaves an energetic imprint in the Akasha. These imprints are neutral. They're not judged as good or bad, but recorded as truth. When you heal a pattern or make a new choice, the records update instantly. They are living, breathing energy. And 3. Soul contracts and life plans. Before incarnating, your soul designs a blueprint for your life. This includes key lessons you want to learn, important relationships that help you grow, even the hard ones, opportunities and challenges that push you toward your purpose. These contracts are flexible. They set themes, but free will allows you to choose how to play them out. 4. The soul's layers in the records. The records hold information across multiple levels. 1. Personal records, your lifetimes, choices, and soul growth. 2. Collective records, memories of humanity, cultures, and shared events. 3. Cosmic records, information from other realms, star systems, and universal history. When you access your records, you may touch any of these layers depending on your intention and readiness. 5. Past lives and patterns. Past lives are energetic memories that can influence your current life. Patterns such as fears, talents, or relationships often trace back to unresolved experiences. Healing through the records can dissolve old energy and free you to move forward. 6. The soul's guides in the records. Your soul is never alone. When entering the records, you may encounter your higher self, the part of you that always knows your path. Spirit guides, beings who assist with messages and protection. Akashic teachers, loving energies that reveal wisdom. These guides communicate only what serves your highest good. 7. The soul's evolution. The ultimate goal of the soul is growth through experience. The records help you understand that challenges are not punishments. They are invitations to expand. Every lifetime, every choice, contributes to the soul's evolution and the expansion of universal consciousness. Summary. The Akashic records are the mirror of your soul's journey. They show that you are an eternal being in partnership with the universe. You are not trapped by your past. You are empowered to rewrite patterns and create new possibilities. Section 3. Accessing the records. 1. Preparing yourself before opening the Akashic records, you align your energy with theirs. This field vibrates at unconditional love and truth, so you must approach it with a clear and respectful heart. Preparation steps drawn from all teachings. Set intention. Decide why you want to access the records: clarity, healing, guidance. Ground yourself. Breathe deeply, center your awareness, and release distractions. Raise your vibration. Meditation, prayer, chanting, or focusing on love helps you match the record's frequency. Create a sacred space. Light a candle, hold a crystal, or simply choose a quiet area where you won't be disturbed. Now's your starter 2, the keys to opening the records. The records are not opened by force. They open when your intention and vibration align with their energy. Across the 19 books, different methods are taught, but they share a few common keys. Sacred prayer. Many traditions use a prayer to shift awareness and request permission. Mantras or names. Certain sacred words act like vibrational passwords. Visualization. Some see themselves walking into a library, hall, or temple where the records appear. Breath and presence. Deep, slow breathing clears the mind and opens the inner senses. You can use any method that resonates, as long as it is rooted in respect. 3. The opening process simplified. 1. State your intention. Out loud or silently, affirm that you wish to access your records for guidance aligned with truth and love. 2. Call on the guardians. Invite the record keepers, guides, or divine light to protect and assist you. 3. Enter the energy. Visualize a doorway, spiral, or light expanding around you. Feel yourself stepping into a higher frequency. 4. Ask permission. Always ask to be granted access to your own records. You may feel warmth, tingling, or a peaceful yes. 5. Receive. Open to whatever comes: images, words, feelings, or simply a knowing. 4. Asking powerful questions. The records respond best to clear, open-ended questions. Instead of, will I get the job? Ask, what can I do to align with the career path that serves my highest good? Instead of, why is this happening to me? Ask, what lesson or healing is this situation offering me? Good questions are empowering, not fear-based. 5. Receiving guidance. Be patient. Information may arrive as streams of thought, visual flashes, or feelings. Don't force. Allow it to flow. Write down everything you receive, even if it doesn't make sense immediately. If something feels heavy or fear-based, it's not from the records. True messages always carry love and clarity. Snarver 6. Closing the records. Always close the records to respect the energy and bring yourself fully back to the present. Thank the record keepers and guides. Use a simple phrase like, I now close my records with gratitude. So it is. Visualize the doorway or light gently sealing. Ground yourself. Touch the earth, drink water, or take a deep breath. Najr 7. Common mistakes to avoid. Opening without intention leads to confusion. Asking for someone else's records without permission. This violates spiritual law. Overanalyzing. Trying to control the process blocks the flow. Expecting Hollywood visions. Guidance can be subtle and still deeply accurate. Summary. Accessing the records is a sacred act, not a trick or quick hack. It's about tuning yourself to love, truth, and openness. The process is simple when approached with reverence. Prepare, ask, receive, and close with gratitude. Section 4. Working in the records. 1. Entering a state of flow. Once inside the records, your goal is not to control, but to listen and interact with the energy. Stay relaxed. The more you release expectations, the clearer the messages. Allow the records to guide the session. You may ask questions, but also let answers unfold naturally. If the mind starts analyzing, return to your breath and the feeling of love in your heart. Building a relationship with the records. The records respond to the depth of your connection. Treat them like a living friend rather than a distant library. The more often you work with them, the easier it becomes to recognize their energy. Keep a journal after every session to track patterns, insights, and growth. 3. Interpreting what you receive. The records communicate through layers. Symbols and images may appear as metaphors. Ask, what does this mean for me? Feelings and sensations. Emotional waves often carry the truth behind situations. Inner voice, soft and loving, never harsh or judgmental. Knowing, sudden clarity that feels unquestionable. Tip, if something feels confusing, ask for it to be shown in a simpler way. 4. Healing while in the records. The records are not only informational, they are transformational. You may feel waves of warmth, release, or light during sessions. Old patterns, traumas, or karmic ties may dissolve when you bring them into awareness here. Sometimes healing happens instantly. Other times, it unfolds gradually as you integrate the insight. 5. Working through past lives. When past life memories surface, view them as energy patterns, not just stories. Ask, what is the lesson or energy I need to release? Forgive, release, and reclaim your power. This dissolves the hold of old wounds. 6. Asking for alignment. You can use the records to align with your highest path by asking, what choice aligns me with my soul's purpose? What do I need to let go of to step into my full potential? How can I bring more love and truth into this situation? The records don't give commands. They offer clarity so you can choose with wisdom. Number 7. Deepening sessions over time. At first, sessions may be short and simple. With practice, you'll experience deeper visions, conversations with guides, and even downloads of pure light. Keep your heart open. Each session builds a stronger, energetic bridge. R8. Ethical use of the records. Work only within your own records unless you have explicit permission to access another's. Never use the records to control, manipulate, or pry. Use the information to heal, not to judge or blame. Honor the confidentiality of what you learn. Summary, working in the records is a sacred dialogue, not just a Q&A. You are co-creating with divine intelligence. The more you trust the process, the more the records reveal. Healing, guidance, and transformation naturally flow when you approach with love and integrity. Section 5. Healing through the records. 1. The records as a healing field. The Akashic records are not only an archive, they are a living field of love where transformation occurs. When you access them, you step into a vibration that dissolves fear, pain, and illusion. Healing here is not forced. It's a natural realignment with your soul's truth. You don't fix yourself. You remember who you really are beyond wounds and limitations. Number 2. Healing energy within the records. The energy of the records flows like light, filling spaces where there has been pain or distortion. This energy may feel warm, peaceful, or deeply emotional. It works on multiple levels: emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. Often, old energy patterns surface so they can be released. This is part of the process. Number 3. Clearing karmic patterns. Karma in the records is not punishment. It's unresolved energy seeking balance. Patterns such as fear of abandonment, self-sabotage, or repeating toxic relationships often have roots in past lives or ancestral lines. When you bring these patterns into awareness inside the records, you can release their grip. You can ask, what is the origin of this pattern? What lesson have I learned so I can release this now? 4. Healing ancestral and family lines. Many wounds are inherited energetically. The records allow you to view ancestral stories that shaped your current challenges, forgive and release old energies carried through generations, send healing light backward and forward through your family line. When you heal, you often free both your ancestors and your descendants from carrying the same weight. 5. Soul fragment retrieval. Across lifetimes, pieces of your soul's energy can become scattered through trauma or unhealed experiences. In the records, you may be guided to call these fragments home. This may appear as seeing younger versions of yourself, past life selves, or lost parts returning to you in light. Reclaiming these fragments restores your wholeness and vitality. 6. Emotional and physical healing. While the records are spiritual, they can influence the physical body because energy shifts ripple into matter. Emotional releases, crying, laughter, sudden relief often occur. Physical sensations may lighten as the body lets go of stored trauma. Always combine this work with grounded care, rest, hydration, self-love. 7. Forgiveness as a healing key. Forgiveness in the records is not about excusing harm. It's about cutting the energetic cords that keep you tied to pain. Forgive yourself for choices made from fear. Forgive others to free your energy, not to condone their actions. Ask the records to show you what needs forgiveness for full release. 8. Working with healing guides. While in the records, you may encounter beings who specialize in healing. They may appear as angels, ancestors, light beings, or simply a loving presence. Trust their guidance. They often direct you to where healing is most needed. Summary. Healing through the records is about remembering your wholeness and releasing old energies that no longer serve you. This field works beyond time, so when you heal one moment, it radiates across all lifetimes and dimensions of your soul. Section 6. Using the records for guidance. The records as a source of clarity. The Akashic records provide guidance, not fortune-telling. They show the most aligned paths available to you, based on your current energy and choices. They reveal why situations are happening and how to move through them with wisdom. Instead of predicting, they empower you to create your future consciously. Hammer 2. When to seek guidance. Turn to the records when you need. Direction in life choices, career, relationships, spiritual path. Understanding of repeating challenges or blocks. Insight into soul purpose and lessons. Support during transitions, grief, or healing periods. You can access the records for both big life questions and everyday decisions, as long as the intention is aligned with growth. 3. Asking effective questions. The quality of your questions shapes the clarity of the answers. Avoid yes-no questions. Instead, ask open-ended ones. Examples. What is the highest path available to me right now? What belief is blocking me from stepping into my purpose? How can I bring more harmony into this relationship? What do I need to know to heal this situation? Number 4. How guidance comes through the records communicate in ways you can understand. Sudden insights, a knowing that feels undeniable, symbols and metaphors, images that need gentle interpretation. Inner voice, loving and calm, never fearful or harsh. Synchronicities. After sessions, signs in daily life confirm the guidance. Trust the first thing you receive. Your mind may doubt, but your soul recognizes truth. Had 5. Applying the guidance. The records give wisdom, but you must act on it. Guidance often asks you to step out of comfort zones. If action feels scary, ask the records for the next small step instead of the full picture. Integration is key. Write down messages and reflect on how to live them. Hammerstracher. 6. Using the records for others with permission. You may access another person's records only if they ask and grant permission. When reading for others, you are a channel for their highest good, not a fortune teller. Deliver insights with compassion and neutrality. Never impose your interpretation. Number 7. Using the records for collective guidance. Beyond personal guidance, the records also hold information about communities, patterns or energies affecting a group. places, the history and energy imprints of locations. Global shifts, the evolving consciousness of humanity. Collective readings require humility and responsibility as they influence many. 8. Signs of true guidance. Messages from the records always carry love. Even difficult truths come with compassion. Clarity. They feel light and resonate deeply. Empowerment. They encourage action, not fear. If a message feels heavy, judgmental, or confusing, pause and ask for the truth to be shown more clearly. Summary. Using the records for guidance helps you align choices with your soul's highest path. They won't tell you what to do. They illuminate possibilities so you can choose from love rather than fear. Section 7. Advanced work with the records. 1. Beyond basic reading. Entering higher states after consistent practice, the records reveal deeper layers of wisdom. Advanced work is less about asking questions and more about merging with the Akasha itself. You begin to sense the records not just during sessions, but as an ongoing presence in your daily life. Your intuition sharpens, and decisions naturally align with higher guidance. You may experience expansions of consciousness, feeling yourself as both individual and universal. Hammer 2. Multidimensional exploration. The Akashic records exist beyond time, which means you can access parallel lives, versions of you experiencing different paths. Explore future timelines, not as fixed outcomes, but as possibilities based on your current energy. Connect with other realms, star systems, ancient civilizations, and spiritual dimensions recorded in the Akasha. Advanced readers often describe meeting guides from other worlds or receiving downloads of knowledge from cosmic libraries. Hammer 3. Co-creation with the records. At this level, you're not just receiving, you're creating. You can set intentions within the records to align new patterns. You may perform energetic upgrades, anchoring higher frequencies into your life. Visualization, sound, and sacred symbols can amplify the co-creative process. Example, opening your records and stating, open quote, "I choose to embody unconditional self-love now. Show me how to integrate this fully." Close quote. 4. Rewriting soul contracts. While many contracts are chosen before birth, they are not rigid. You can renegotiate or release contracts that no longer serve your growth. This process often involves forgiveness, closure, and creating new agreements aligned with your current vibration. The records guide you in identifying which contracts are ready to be transformed. 5. Advanced healing techniques in the records. Across the books, several methods appear repeatedly. Light infusion, allowing streams of Akashic light to dissolve dense energy. Energy repatterning, replacing old beliefs with new frequencies of truth. Soul retrieval, calling back lost fragments across lifetimes and dimensions. Timeline healing, sending healing to moments in the past to free the present. Hammer 6. Working with sacred geometry, sound, and symbols. Some advanced practitioners incorporate tools that resonate with the record's frequency. Sacred geometry, cubes, spirals, mandalas, used to stabilize and amplify energy. Sound and mantras, chanting or toning that opens deeper levels of the Akasha. Light codes, symbols or patterns received during sessions that carry activation energy. These elements bypass the logical mind and speak directly to the soul. Hammer 7. Channeling wisdom for humanity. At the highest levels, the records can be accessed to receive teachings not just for you, but for the collective. Messages may come through for healing Earth, guiding communities, or revealing spiritual truths. Such messages must always be delivered with humility and discernment. Ego has no place here. 8. Signs you're ready for advanced work. You feel a deep sense of peace when working in the records. Your readings flow without effort, and guidance feels natural. You experience inner transformations that ripple into outer life changes. You are drawn to help others while staying rooted in love and ethics. Summary. Advanced work with the records turns you from a seeker into a co-creator. You move beyond questions into direct communion with divine intelligence, shaping reality through conscious alignment with the Akasha. Section 8. This section blends the most unique insights from all 19+ sources, capturing ideas that expand beyond the standard teachings. 1. The records as the memory of all creation. Some books emphasize that the Akashic records do not just store human lifetimes, they hold the memory of every particle of existence. Stones, rivers, plants, and even stars have their own records. This means you can access the consciousness of nature, objects, or places to understand their history and energy. Sacred sites, pyramids, temples, ancient ruins often have powerful Akashic imprints accessible to those who tune in. 2. The Akasha and quantum science. Modern interpretations like in Ervin Laszlo's work link the records to the quantum field. The Akasha is described as the underlying fabric that connects all things beyond time and space. This suggests the records are not mystical archives, but a real energetic matrix where information is constantly exchanged. Accessing them aligns your brain with higher frequencies, similar to tapping into a universal cloud of consciousness. 3. Past lives on other planets. Several sources mention that many souls have lived beyond Earth. Memories of lifetimes in other star systems, Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, etc., may surface during deep readings. These memories often bring advanced wisdom or skills into your current incarnation. Starseed activations, remembering your cosmic origins, are part of soul evolution through the records. 4. The records and parallel realities. Some teachings reveal that the records store multiple versions of your life. Every choice creates a branch. The records show these potential paths. You can sometimes shift to a higher version of yourself by aligning with that timeline through intention. This explains why guidance feels fluid. The records show possibilities, not fixed outcomes. 5. Healing collective trauma. Working in the records isn't limited to personal healing. You can also send light to events in human history to ease lingering collective pain. Release fear patterns passed down through cultures or societies. Anchor new energies of peace, justice, and truth for future generations. 6. Soul families and groups. Many books highlight soul groups, clusters of souls who incarnate together across lifetimes. They appear as family, friends, teachers, or even rivals to help each other grow. Recognizing soul connections in the records often explains instant bonds or conflicts. Healing relationships within soul groups can transform multiple lives at once. Hammer 7. Prophetic downloads. Some authors describe receiving direct downloads from the Akasha, streams of information about future events, technologies, or spiritual evolution. These are not predictions. They are potential futures humanity can step into. Such downloads often come with a strong sense of responsibility to share the message wisely. Hasher 8. Akashic miracles. Across the books, there are accounts of sudden, unexplainable shifts after working in the records, lifelong fears vanishing overnight, physical healings after karmic releases, manifestations aligning rapidly after soul clarity. These miracles are not magic tricks. They are the natural result of aligning with truth. 9. The records and sound frequencies. Some traditions emphasize the power of sound in opening and working within the records. Chanting sacred tones like OM, Hu, or other vibrational keys harmonizes your energy with the Akasha. Certain music, bells, or tuning forks can create a field that makes access easier. 10. Ethical warnings from multiple books. A strong theme repeated by many authors. Do not use the records for manipulation, spying, or ego-driven power. Misusing this field creates distortion and can close access until lessons are learned. Always anchor your sessions in love, humility, and service. Summary. The Akashic records are vast and limitless, holding truths about all life, from cosmic origins to collective healing. Advanced insights show they are not only a spiritual tool, but a universal intelligence that interacts with science, sound, and consciousness itself. Section 9. Practical tools and rituals. This section brings together the most effective technique simplified into tools you can use daily. 1. Preparing your space. Creating the right environment helps you tune in faster. Quiet and clean. Remove distractions. Sacred items. Candle, crystal, clear quartz, selenite, or a personal talisman. Energetic clearing. Light incense, play soft high vibration music, or simply visualize white light cleansing the area. Tip: consistency builds a strong energetic container. Use the same spot for regular sessions. 2. Opening prayer. Universal version. All books agree, intention opens the records. Use a prayer that feels authentic to you. Open quote, I ask the lords, guardians, and teachers of the Akashic records to open my records and surround me with light. I request guidance for my highest good and the good of all. May only truth and love flow through this space. I am ready to receive. Close quote. Say this aloud or silently, then breathe deeply until you feel a shift. #3. Visualization ritual. The light door. A simple method to step into the records. 1. Close your eyes and breathe slowly. 2. Imagine a golden door in front of you, glowing with light. 3. See your name written on it, your soul's signature. 4. Ask for permission and step through the door when it opens. 5. Feel yourself surrounded by light. You have entered your records. #4. Journaling exercise. Soul conversations. Keep a dedicated Akashic journal. After opening, write down your questions. Record whatever comes. Thoughts, feelings, images. Don't censor. Insights often arrive in pieces that make sense later. #5. Daily connection practice. 5 minutes. You don't always need a full session, just align briefly each day. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and say, I connect with the wisdom of my records. Show me what I need to know today. Receive a word, feeling, or image and carry it with you. #6. Healing ritual, light infusion. For emotional or physical healing. 1. Open your records. 2. Ask to see the root cause of the issue. 3. Visualize a stream of white gold light flowing into that memory or area. 4. Allow it to transform. Feel old energy dissolving. 5. Thank the light and close with gratitude. Ancestral release ceremony. To heal family patterns. 1. Open your records and call forth your ancestors. 2. Say, I honor you and release the pain we've carried. I choose freedom for myself and future generations. 3. Visualize chains breaking and light spreading through your family line. 4. End with a blessing of love. 8. Crystal allies for Akashic work. Clear quartz amplifies intention. Selenite, and it connects to higher realms. Labradorite enhances intuition and visions. Amethyst, calming and protective for spiritual work. Hold them or place them nearby during sessions. #9. Sound and frequency tools. Mantras. HU, OM, AH. Raise vibration. Tuning forks or 432 Hz help align energy. Soft music. Play only tones that feel peaceful and expansive. Experience 10. Closing ritual. Universal. Always end by sealing the energy. Open quote, I thank the Lords, teachers, and guides of my records for their love and wisdom. The records are now closed. May the insights be integrated in my life. So it is. Close quote. Visualize the golden door closing gently and take a deep breath back into the present. Summary. These tools transform theory into practice. You now have everything to open, work in, heal, and integrate wisdom from the records safely and effectively. Section 10. Integration and living the wisdom. The true power of the Akashic records isn't in visiting them. It's in living what they reveal. This section focuses on bringing insights into your daily life so transformation becomes lasting. 1. Moving from session to life. After working in the records, you may feel clear, emotional, or even overwhelmed by new information. Don't rush to act. Allow insights to settle first. Keep a journal to capture messages before they fade. Look for synchronicities. The universe will confirm what you learn through signs, people, and events. #2. Embodying the guidance. The records offer wisdom, but you must take the steps. Start small, one aligned action at a time. Trust the flow. If guidance feels loving and empowering, follow it. Stay open. Sometimes change comes in ways you didn't expect. Living the records means making choices from soul truth, not fear. 3. Shifting old patterns. Integration requires noticing when old habits try to return. When you catch yourself repeating an old pattern, pause and ask, what truth did the records show me about this? Use that awareness to make a new choice aligned with your growth. 4. Daily practices to stay connected. Even when not formally opening the records, you can stay aligned by meditating for a few minutes in the morning, speaking affirmations like, I live guided by my soul's wisdom, practicing gratitude. It keeps your vibration high. Listening to your body and emotions, they echo the record's messages. 5. Balancing the spiritual with the practical. The records may inspire big visions, but you live them step by step. Combine spiritual insights with grounded action. Example, if the records guide you to heal relationships, take small, practical steps like an honest conversation or setting boundaries. Integration is not escape. It's embodying wisdom in the real world. 6. Handling emotional releases. Working with the records can trigger deep emotions. Let them surface without judgment. Support yourself with rest, nature, or journaling. If needed, seek help from a healer, therapist, or supportive friend to process shifts. Navigating challenges with Akashic wisdom. Life won't become challenge-free, but you'll respond differently. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Use your connection to the records to bring light into dark moments. Challenges become doorways to growth, not obstacles. Shaber 8. Living in alignment with truth. As you integrate the records, you naturally speak and act with more authenticity. Feel less fear of judgment because you trust your soul's path. Attract situations and relationships that match your higher vibration. Aditrim Hasadebring. 9. Sharing the wisdom. The records may inspire you to help others. Share insights gently. Not everyone is ready to hear everything. Lead by example. Living in alignment speaks louder than words. If reading for others, always maintain ethics and compassion. 10. The ongoing journey. Integration is lifelong. The records grow with you, and each time you open them, you deepen the relationship. Celebrate progress, even small wins. Keep revisiting your records for support as you evolve. Remember, living the records is living in harmony with your soul. Summary. Integration means embodying the guidance, not just understanding it. By aligning daily choices with soul wisdom, your life becomes a reflection of the Akasha itself, flowing, luminous, and authentic. Section 11. Final Teachings. This closing section distills the core truths into a final message of empowerment, clarity, and love. 1. The records remind you who you really are. At the deepest level, the Akashic records are not something out there. They live within you because you are part of the universal consciousness they reflect. Accessing them is simply remembering your connection to the source of all things. You are not separate from the divine. You are an expression of it. 2. Love is the foundation of all records. Every insight, every healing, every message ultimately comes back to one truth. You are loved without condition. You are never judged, only guided. When you align with love, your life naturally aligns with your highest path. 3. Your choices shape your record. The records do not dictate your fate. They hold the canvas where you paint your soul's masterpiece. Every thought, action, and intention writes new lines in your book of life. You hold the pen. You can rewrite patterns, choose new paths, and create miracles through conscious choice. Henners 4. Healing is remembering wholeness. The Akasha does not fix you. It helps you remember you were never truly broken. Past pain, karma, and fear are illusions waiting to be dissolved by truth. Healing is not about erasing the past, but transforming your relationship with it. Shana 5. You are never alone. When you step into the records, you feel the presence of guides, angels, teachers, and ancestors walking with you. The loving intelligence of the universe itself supporting your growth. The understanding that you are part of something far greater than yourself. 6. The records are a living relationship. They are not just a tool you use occasionally. They are a relationship you nurture. The more you open, the deeper the trust. The more you trust, the more wisdom flows. With time, the line between you and the records fades because you are one with them. 7. The ultimate lesson. Truth sets you free. The records exist to guide you back to truth. The truth of who you are, why you are here, and what you are capable of. Truth is not always comfortable, but it always liberates. When you live from truth, fear dissolves and love leads the way. 8. Living as a soul-inspired human. When the records become part of your life, you see challenges as invitations to rise. You treat yourself and others with greater compassion. You live with purpose, no longer drifting, but creating intentionally. 9. The path forward. This synthesis of teachings is not an ending. It's the beginning of your own mastery. Continue to open your records. Continue to ask, listen, heal, and grow. Share your light, because as you evolve, you help raise the consciousness of the whole. Final words from the Akasha Open Quote. You are the seeker and the answer. You are the student and the teacher. You are the record and the writer. The wisdom you search for has always lived within you. Walk forward with love, and the path will always be clear. You now have a complete guide, clear, practical, and soul-centered. Akashic Records, quick reference cheat sheet, one-page summary of the grand synthesis. 1. Foundations of the Akashic Records. What they are. A living field of universal memory storing every soul's journey, where they exist, beyond time, in the quantum 5D field. Purpose. Clarity, healing, empowerment, connection to divine truth. Access rule. Love, truth, and free will guide all interactions. 2. The nature of the soul and the records. Your soul is eternal and writes its story through choices. Karma equals energy to balance, not punishment. Soul contracts set themes. Free will shapes outcomes. The records hold personal, collective, and cosmic layers. 3. Accessing the records. Prepare. Clear space, set intention, raise vibration. Keys. Sacred prayer, visualization, breath, respect. Questions, open-ended, e.g., what is the highest path? Close, thank guides, seal the records, ground yourself. 4. Working in the records. Stay relaxed, let guidance flow. Interpret messages via images, feelings, knowing. Heal patterns, release old energy, integrate lessons. Ethics, never pry into another's records without permission. 5. Healing through the records. Healing happens by realigning with soul truth. Clear karma, ancestral wounds, and past life trauma. Practices, forgiveness, soul fragment retrieval, timeline healing. Healing ripples through past, present, and future. 6. Using the records for guidance. Use them for decisions, soul purpose, relationship clarity. They reveal possibilities, not fixed fates. True guidance feels loving, clear, and empowering. Integration requires acting on the wisdom received. 7. Advanced work with the records. Explore parallel lives, future timelines, cosmic origins. Co-create new realities by setting intentions in the Akasha. Use sacred geometry, sound, and light codes for deeper activation. Rewrite outdated contracts, channel collective wisdom. Hasher 8. Special themes. Akasha equals memory of all creation, humans, nature, cosmos. Connected to the quantum field, science meets spirituality. Healing collective trauma and working with soul groups. Sound frequencies and ethical use amplify access. 9. Practical tools and rituals. Opening prayer, call on the records with love and respect. Visualize, enter through a golden light door. Rituals, light infusion, ancestral release, daily soul check-ins. Allies, crystals, quartz, selenite, mantras, Om hue, tuning forks. 10. Integration and living the wisdom. Journal and act on insights gradually. Use daily practices to stay connected. Balance spiritual awareness with practical action. Challenges become lessons, not obstacles. 11. Final teachings. You are both the reader and the record. Love is the foundation. Truth sets you free. Choices shape your destiny. You hold the pen. The records grow with you as a lifelong ally. One sentence summary. The Akashic Records are the soul's infinite library, guiding you to heal, grow, and consciously create a life aligned with your highest truth.